All right, ladies and listeners, we are here to recap this week's Belgian Grand Prix. I am your podcast host, Afsa,
I'm your host, Felicia.
And I'm Bex.
and this is Three Girls One Track. We're gonna be covering the Belgian Grand Prix, an exciting weekend out in Spa-Francorchamps. This marks our almost summer break period. It's been feeling very break-like with all the breaks we've been having. But I believe after next week's race, it's going to be a month off.
Yes.
Will you hear from us? Maybe. But we'll let you know after that race. Let's get it kicking with some news. Speaking of races, I don't know if you two saw, but due to the fact of all the goings-ons, it is unlikely that we will get Bahrain and Saudi back on the calendar. That's looking like a no. But it also turns out that the FIA or FOM or Formula One or whoever made a lot of deals with sponsors and vendors, and so they are contractually obligated to, I believe, hold at least one of those races.
Yeah.
And so they'll be looking at tracks to duplicate a race at. Maybe this will be like 2021 where we just do Jeddah the other way around, I guess.
No, I was actually intrigued by this because I did hear the same thing. I heard that some drivers were not too excited about doubling up on tracks, which I thought. But I thought that would be an advantage. You ready?
Well, girl, they didn't want it to be this many races in the first place.
Oh, okay.
To them, they're like. So what I'm hearing is.
So the issue isn't the doubling up on tracks, but the number of races.
I think it's one of those things where it's like I already don't want to do this. And then you're going to have us do, because oftentimes when they double up on races, they just have them run it the opposite direction. And I can imagine that is like, like in 2021, God, they had like one of the, I think it was maybe the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and then they called it something else. And then it was either.
They doubled up.
Silverstone, they might have done it as well. Yeah. Where literally they have them run it clockwise and then anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I love, obviously, content, so I'm down for content. But
I hope so.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Okay. I think the only other piece of news I personally had is what the hell is going on at Red Bull. All my other pieces of news, we need the race to happen.
That's the only thing that I had to talk about was Max and Red Bull.
Yes. So articles. Yeah. No. Sorry. You go.
No. Go ahead.
Articles have been coming out saying that there is internal turmoil at Red Bull because Red Bull higher-ups are saying that Max is ungrateful and he won't even confirm for them if he's going to stick around, and what about all that we gave to him, and he should have loyalty to us, and da-da-da-da-da. Red Bull Racing? Talking about loyalty is crazy. Like, what? There are so many things to be said about this, but all of them centering back to, like, why are we listening to Red Bull Racing on the matters of loyalty? And what one owes people that they are in the care of.
Listen, Red Bull expects everything for their drivers and expects to give them nothing. Not if they don't have to.
Yeah. Bex, you're on mute, by the way. Just so you know.
Bex, you're muted.
Wow. She's on a crazy delay, man.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Hey.
I'm in conference, so I had to put on mute. No, I was going to say is that I think Red Bull had a duty of care to the women who worked under Christian Horner, but they seem to forget that they had that responsibility. So if Max wants to give him the middle finger while he's walking out the door, I kind of don't care. Like, good for him.
Yes, there is that. There's also just the fact of, like, I don't think that he's giving them the middle finger while he walks out the door.
I don't
he won't, like, that's not, he just won't confirm if he's staying.
I don't think he knows.
He may not know if he's staying.
He just
The car is shit.
knows options. Exactly.
The car is
They're
bad.
asking him for answers to he's not thinking about that right now. Right now he's worried about finishing out this season, honestly.
I think it's kind of like no, I want to give a weird analogy. I was going to say, it's kind of like if you're interviewing for a new job and your current job wants to know if you're staying. You're like, well, I don't know if I got the job yet, so give me a second. I'll tell you when I know.
Exactly. It's just crazy to me. They were running this entire like press campaign in a lot of the European market about Max and whether he was leaving and how unloyal and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do I give a fuck?
So I saw a couple of rumblings about it possibly being to go to McLaren. How
Yes.
likely do y'all think that is?
Um,
Wait, have we talked about this before? We may have talked about this already, did
we
we?
very lightly talked about the Oscar Max swap.
Yeah. Oh, Oscar. Yes, Oscar Max. Yes.
Yes.
You go.
I don't think it is terribly likely in the sense that I'm like, well, that's going down. I think that he is equally likely to go many places. And the reason why I say, I guess this brings in a little bit of the. Actually, I guess this is news from last race, so I can actually share it. I'm pretty sure. And even if I can't, who cares? When asked about the deficit between between Kimmy and George, Toto said it was probably like 50% like bad things that were happening car wise, and then said the other 50% is probably just George's driving. Mr. Toto is many things, messy being one of them.
Of
He
course,
does not
first and foremost.
Yes, but Toto is a messy dumper, right? Toto is a loving significant other to his drivers until he's ready for the relationship to end, and then he starts breadcrumbing, right? The entire last year, when it was hem ha with Lewis on this 1+1 that was going on behind the scenes, we didn't know what was going on. All
George
of a
was his golden
sudden,
boy.
little comments, little tuts. There's before it's like, well, Toto would never say a ill word about Lewis, so of course we don't believe these tiny rumblings that he's saying. Those are just little things that he's saying. And now, same thing where it's like, okay, so when asked about George's deficit, you could so easily be like, we're working on it, he's a great driver, blah, 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 walk away from the camera. And instead you go, yeah, 50% probably like the car, the setup, the whatever, and the other 50% is that George is worse than Kimmy at driving.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
cars. I feel like that's something you say to George to his face.
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't know why you would say that in the press.
At all.
That's
at all. Like, what does that do for you? Except
how do you think that?
Feel
Does he
like
think that's
he's
going to motivate
trying to
him
push
to do better?
George out. No, I feel it's the opposite. I feel like he's trying to push George out. But I don't know. But I feel like he doesn't need to. Doesn't he?
No.
George technically hasn't resigned.
No.
I don't know what George's contract situation is.
I thought it was just a 1 year.
Because it's ambiguous. I remember him having one of the ones that was ambiguous.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
He had one of those multi-year.
Yeah, but we were sure that it ended either this year or next year, but I don't. But also, like, they're fake. The contracts can end whenever they want them to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, Toto is a breadcrumber. He will like neg you on your way out the door. So I just think it's a little bit strange that now we're getting comments from Toto that are saying outright George's problem is that he is not as fast of a driver. I think that's a very crazy thing to say about your head driver.
Well, clearly he doesn't see him as a head driver.
Exactly my point. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a lock on McLaren because I think that if Toto can sweeten the pot enough.
I feel like Max just kind of has his pick of the grid at this point, right?
I mean, of course.
I mean, he does. There's only a few teams I could see him going to.
Yeah. Like, I think he's either going to Mercedes or McLaren.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think he wouldn't go to McLaren is if Mercedes can prove that they will not get outdeveloped. And the reason to go to McLaren is the McLaren notoriously has fantastic development progression.
Okay.
So, they're on a good trajectory, for sure.
And question. Say he was to go to McLaren, and McLaren was to, this is hypothetical, McLaren was to kick out Lando for Max.
Mm-mm.
Wait. Where do we think
That is
Lando would end up?
at McLaren.
I hate to support Dex in that one. There's no way they're kicking out Lando, but the follow up to the fact that there's no way they're kicking out Lando. I mean, I think that Lando goes to a Christian Hornerless Red Bull. Like,
I mean,
in
Oh, okay.
technically,
Go ahead. Sorry.
a lot of people are speculating it's going to be almost like a swap, Max for Oscar. So Oscar will go to Red Bull, and Max will go to McLaren. That's what I've been seeing. And
Oscar
now, in my
and
opinion,
Red
only a
Bull.
crazy person would go to Red Bull. But like, if you want to drive,
Hey,
shut up
gotta do
and
what you
drive.
gotta do, right?
yeah. So those are my two big pieces of news. Any news from the ladies?
No news, just gossip. Did we see Christian Horner on the grid?
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not at Silverstone?
No, I think he was at Spa as well. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, I'm tired of this motherfucker.
And he's like, I'm just here as a spectator to enjoy the race. Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yes. He was. It was Spa. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say,
I'm
you're now
just-
reminding me that Ben Sulayem, annoying ass, did an interview saying Christian Horner will be back on the F1 grid.
Yep.
It's a matter of when he's back on the F1 grid, and that he
When
will be
and
back
where, something like that. And I was like, okay.
Yes. So
first and foremost, he already
Hate
knows
that.
something. Like there's something is, meetings have already been had, if not contracts having been signed. Because I don't feel like, well, let me not talk, because these men will run their mouth without having actual facts.
yeah, Ben Sulayem loves saying things. So like, I'm not pressed about his accuracy. I'm saying the sentiment is ridiculous.
Well,
I don't know if we mentioned this, but we can kind of pretty much conclude that this is going to be Alonso's last season.
oh,
Alonso made a comment about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically- I think it was specifically in Barcelona
He
where
said
he was like,
this might be my last ever race here.
Spain, yeah. But I
Something like that.
can't remember. But I felt like I saw something a little bit recently where a lot of people are just kind of concluding that he's going to be retiring. So I've seen a few.
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean,
Retirement.
he's been kind of iffy though, because he was saying that, but then he was also saying like, I will be deciding if I leave based on if they update these regs or not, because I hate these regs. Very Max
Didn't
Verstappen.
Fernando already retire and come back?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is why whenever Fernando's like, I'm like, okay, Fernando, I'll believe you've retired when you spend more than a year out of an F1 car.
Exactly.
I
It's like,
mean-
he might very well retire and then come back.
I'm surprised that. Well, I'm not surprised because F1 is just a weird sport. But I know in other sports you do actually have to file like retirement paperwork, and once that paperwork is filed, you just can't come back. Like in
I
NBA and NFL.
highly doubt F1
So
has
I do
that.
believe it's either
Wait, did LeBron not retire and then come back?
no.
Oh,
But
girl, I don't know why I thought
it's
you
either
did.
you file the retirement paperwork or you are absent from the sport. I think NBA is like 7 years. Then you basically I forgot if you haven't played, then it's like an
You
unofficial
opted out.
official retirement. So I don't know. I feel like F1 should kind of have the same thing. As you're going up, sign this paper saying you're not coming back ever again. Thank you.
I doubt they would ever do that, quite
That's
frankly.
No. I mean, Fernando's in his 40s driving. He can never keep anybody. But also, too, F1 is like a weird sport where it's very limited. So you never know. We could see, like, I don't know, like the way Bottas and Perez have kind of made a return.
Exactly. Grosjean may decide he wants to come back.
God forbid.
Mhm.
But,
Oh, you know who needs to come back? Kevin.
Bring my
Magnussen.
big Kevin back. Bring
The
him
chaos
back.
demon himself.
Bring him back. Let him punch a
That's
NASCAR man in the face, then bring him back. Let him get one good
Oh,
swing
right.
in on
I
him.
keep forgetting he did that.
He needs to stay over there. I like him wreaking havoc over there.
I do like him over there. I need him to get in the fight though.
I hate him.
They hate him, and I love him so much.
You said they hate him?
They hate him, bro. They can't stand that man. And they keep getting into yelling arguments with them. And then reporters keep going, so are you going to fight? Or what? And they're like, oh, no. No, I wasn't going to do that.
Kevin's a
like,
menace.
You're a scary-ass bitch. That's big Kevin Magnuson over there.
Kevin's ready to go.
Big Kevin, not the little one. Okay? Watch
Bring him back. That's a comeback from retirement I would welcome.
Yes. Bring back Dilf Kevin. Love him. Any other news from the people?
None that's popping out to me.
I think I have any.
Nah,
Okay, love it.
I think that's all I got.
Let's get into the race. Let's talk about Spa-Francorchamps. This is one of my favorite tracks. Mostly,
it's beautiful.
One, it's gorgeous. I like watching them go up Eau Rouge.
Eau Rouge.
And I like how fast it is. It's all so love that. I did think quali was very boring.
Very, very boring.
I don't know how they managed to eke 8 minutes of highlights out of it. That was crazy. I don't know how they managed. Because I rewatched the highlights.
It was a summary.
I rewatched the highlights of the quali. I was like, this was not. You did not need 5 minutes of highlights for Q3.
I don't think Q1 was. It really should have been Q3. Like Q1 was. Yeah. Q1 and Q2, to be honest, were kind of
usual suspects.
I found Q3 somewhat exciting. Or
Q3 had some juice in it. Q3 did have some juice in it.
Maybe just because 1 and 2 are so boring. It's just
I do have to say, Alex Albon's having a surprisingly bad year. I feel like.
Is it surprising?
It's surprising to me.
I'm not. I mean,
I feel like Albon is like a steady Q2 driver.
You know what? At the end of
he's been getting out in Q3 like 5 ever.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like that's his normal.
Oh, that's how you perceive him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Williams was on the way up. Was on they were gaining momentum at the end of last season.
Yes, because they were.
They've kind of started very flat-footed. These regs seems to be kicking. These new regs seem to be kicking their butt. And so after like the first couple of races, I kind of understood where Williams was, and consequently where Alex is. So I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed, but not surprised.
I cannot for the life of me remember who said it, but in their after interviews, no, this was in the race. Never mind.
Oh, you want to talk about
during the
okay.
race? Never.
I'll talk about it in the race.
Mm-hmm.
I was sad because I feel like Albon hasn't been doing well, and he ended up going out with the usual suspects in Q1, which is the Cadillacs, the Astons. I like the Cadillacs. It's their first year. I'm gonna just ignore them, and I love Valtteri and I love Checo, so they can do whatever they want. As far as I'm concerned, they could bike around the track, and I wouldn't care.
Aston Martin continues.
They need to liquidate Aston Martin.
I mean, if I'm Lawrence Stroll, why am I'm a billionaire? Let me take my money and go spend my billion. I can go buy a yacht.
He's sinking money into this thing at this point.
And my question always is, I'm like, I actually have a particular take on Lawrence Stroll, which is that I think if I was a billionaire and my son wanted to race in Formula One, I would do the exact same thing, where I would be like,
do we think Lance still wants to be here?
Okay, but that's not my follow-up. I'm like, I actually do think Lance wants to be an F1 driver, right? I don't think that he has the whimsy for it that he probably did initially. When you see his like really early interviews, it's clear that he had very like a lot of joy around the situation. I think he has a lot of dedication to it. Like he wants to do it, but it's no longer like a whimsical fun activity in that way. It's just like a thing that he still does like want to go do though. And I'm like, but there aren't any other things you want to go do?
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a billionaire. He's got more money in the bank to do the other stuff he wants to do at this point.
I saw one older F1 driver is now a DJ. And I'm like, Lance Stroll could maybe do something like that.
I think Lance Stroll would be a good DJ because as a DJ, you don't have to talk to bitches and you don't want to.
At all. Put those headphones on and bounce.
I don't know. Go apprentice for Diplo. Daddy could work that out.
Go ask Paris Hilton. I've heard
Yeah.
she's a good DJ.
He could
I heard
totally
people
DJ
actually
with
really like her sets. Yeah.
No, she's good. She's good.
Yeah.
Go, girl, go DJ with Meredith Marks.
Or Kyle Cook.
Wait, from Salt Lake City?
Yeah, Meredith. She's a DJ.
But like not like a DJ. She's more like a DJ. Woo!
But she has a rack in front of her.
But I actually heard Paris DJs.
No, Paris is like she does sets. People travel to see Paris.
Yeah. Do you know what? Maybe like a nice like Pauly D, Kyle Cook, Diplo mentorship.
Yes.
Might be right.
What are we doing? Now we're coming in with an apprenticeship for Lance Stroll.
Opportunities. Because this one, he's always, every time you see Lance Stroll, he just looks like, I don't want to be here. And I don't know if it's just sort of like a resting bitch face. I don't know if it's people keep shitting on me type of situation, and I'm just tired of it. So I don't want to provide people with more things to talk about with. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like people don't have to try or look. Like your, disinterested face, your shitty results, your bad driving.
Bags. Why are you reading this man like this?
Okay, listen.
I know. Okay, hold on. I didn't mean for it to be a read. It's just that, like, truly,
you had a list.
It's not. No, okay. Sorry, Lance, but I just feel like to want to. Like when you see him, I've never seen someone so disinterested. Even Alonso, who's right there at the bottom of the barrel with him, seems more interested and more engaged in F1 than Lance. So I am thoroughly confused as to why Lance is seeking. Like, if I'm Lance, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a little selfish. Maybe it's a little greedy. But if I'm Lance, I'm like, Daddy, I've had my fun. All this money that you're spending in F1, put it in my trust fund or in my bank account so I can go enjoy the rest of my life. This has been fun. Thank you. Love you, moi. But let me get my billions.
No, literally.
In my hand.
And I think the thing that really gets me about Lance is I actually don't dislike Lance. I think he's very boring.
Yeah.
I have no smoke or thoughts about Lance, except that I liked Lance a lot more when he was just fast enough to fuck other people's shit up.
Yeah.
What's the point of being a bad driver if you're also slow as hell?
Like that used to be like the thing, like, oh, you're in the, like, you had a bad quality. Guess what, Mercedes? Now you have to you're not even trying to get up to try to get on the podium. You have to dodge the bomb that is this motherfucker. That was like a wrecking ball, and he may just fuck your shit up.
Like, I really think people undersell the like, at this point, excluding Lance Stroll, we have very good F1 drivers.
Yeah.
There is nobody on the grid that I would actually say is genuinely not skilled enough to be here. We have had plenty of seasons, Nikita Mazepin, where we have had people not skilled enough.
Speaking of, you're reading my
Nicholas Latifi, of course. Like,
it's Nicholas Latifi. He's the DJ. It's Nicholas Latifi. He's not.
That's really funny.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. He went to Harvard and then he became a DJ. That's really funny.
He went to Harvard.
He took a Harvard business class, girl, and then he posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Nicholas Latifi, the DJ. I think people really undersell how critical it is to have bad F1 drivers. And I understand that it hurts people's meow meows. They feel like it's like a waste of a spot. But I promise you, if you watched... Meows? Like, they're internals. They're meows.
Okay.
They're in hues.
No,
I promise you that if you watched F1 2021, you know how critical it was that Nicholas Latifi and fucking Mick Schumacher were on that fucking thing. Okay? Maybe Mick wasn't there yet. But it was important that you had the Haas drivers and Nicholas Latifi on that grid. Because... like, sometimes you just need somebody who you're like, you're gonna cause a safety car. You're gonna hit somebody out of the race.
I mean, it is kind of like fun to be like, no, most likely so-and-so's gonna crash out.
You got up here from 6th position. You're out here and you're like, my tires are gonna go. Who? Nicholas is coming through right on time.
Exactly. So it's really important to have bad F1 drivers, in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I had from Quali, I mean, in Q2, the normies went out, the leftovers from the teams that went out in Q1, plus Liam Lawson.
And funny thing is, before he went out, I was
actually the leftovers.
At first, I was like, these these V carbs are doing pretty good. I mean,
Lindblad are doing very good.
Because came out, but
Lindblad did pretty well.
Lindblad did fantastic, and Lindblad got 6th or 7th,
and he was in the right. Yeah,
very good. I think it's underspoken how great of a rookie season he's having. Because he's a baby still. I think people forget that he's a baby.
I feel like he's kind of pulling like Isaac. Because you know how Isaac was just real chill, just doing his thing, head down racing, and now he's in the Red Bull.
Isaac's also still doing his thing, doing great. And I have to say, I think Liam does a lot better when he is not worried about the next bitch. Like, I think his worst driving was done worrying about what the fuck Checo was doing. Yes. And trying to be like, I'm going to be better than Checo. Da, da, da. It's like, if you shut up and eat your food, maybe you can be better than Checo. Love Checo. It's not a hard bar to be better than Checo.
Y'all are feeling spicy today.
I love him. Checo's my guy. Miente Latino. That's me and Checo. But he wasn't doing great. It's not hard to do better than him in that last year at the Red Bull.
In that last year, yes. Back then.
Great driver. But we end up getting Antonelli on pole, of course.
Of course.
Lando did good, but ended up getting his 10th place grid penalty, and then obviously Max and Charles and Lewis slaying as per usual. I love seeing the Red Bull be fast. That makes me happy.
Vroom vroom. I know Bex isn't exactly happy with that. Sorry, Bex.
Well, condolences. Her points in the draft.
Oh, yeah. Dang, I don't even. Anyway, Bex.
The fact that she has Verstappen, Antonelli, and Russell is fucking ridiculous.
Just tragique.
It's bad for us. Well, it's bad for you. But
okay, disrespectful, but fine.
You made your bed. You made your bed. You chose Charles Leclerc, who I love.
I'm hanging on by Leclerc. He is my only saving grace.
Saving grace. That's an
Is anything
word.
else going to save me?
No. Honestly, maybe Lando Norris.
Bless him. Lando. I forgot I have him.
Yeah, because the rest of your team, do you want to hear this?
No. Go ahead.
Perez, Stroll, Alonso, and Bottas. That's the rest of Felicia's draft team. All you guys, Leclerc and Norris, girl. That's crazy.
But I mean, Charles came through.
How did I wind up with it? Oh, I only got to pick like 2 technically. The rest of that damn
Leclerc and you got to pick Bottas. The rest were random.
God damn.
I know. It's tragic.
I only got to pick one of mine too.
You got to pick 2.
You're doing trash for me.
You got to pick 2.
Oh.
Verstappen's doing a lot for you, actually. Just not as much as Kimi Antonelli.
He's not pulling his weight.
Sure. I'll take it. All right.
What's my team doing besides those 2?
Come again?
How is the rest of my team doing besides those 2?
Kimi and George?
No, Kimi
and Verstappen. Piastri's going through for you.
George and Kimi.
Oh my God.
And Piastri.
Bitch, you don't even remember.
No, I don't.
At least I have the reason not to remember my team. You are winning.
I got Max, Kimi, George, Oscar, and then a whole bunch of scrubs.
Yeah. Cole, Pinto, Ocon, and Lawson.
Scrubs. I'm sure Lawson
Lawson's giving you a good handful of points.
Yeah.
He's helped you dribble drop points. We'll talk about the draft more at the end of the podcast.
The Lord looking out for your girl because the Lord knew your girl was not drinking no cut waters.
Well, Felicia, I'll pray for you. Anyway, moving on. We'll address the draft at the end of the podcast. Let's talk about the race.
Oh my God.
We could just get it out of the way now. George Russell crashes out immediately.
Lap 1.
Immediately.
Damn, that was immediate.
Now, I've seen this question go around all of the F1 podcasts, so I simply must ask the girlies.
Yes.
Well, damn.
Do you feel that George Russell was sabotaged by Mercedes?
I think it's funny enough. I think I'm gonna have to agree with Toto. I don't know if it was 50-50, but I do think a bit of it is George, and I do think a bit of it is Mercedes.
Felicia?
Y'all cut out, so y'all gotta remind me what y'all said. Sorry.
George going out. Do you feel that George was sabotaged by Mercedes?
In what way?
That's for you to decide.
Because I feel like even George. Well,
I feel like. Sorry, go ahead. No, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry. It's your turn.
Because in his post-race interview, first off, George was a little shady in his interview, but he literally said it was a racing incident.
Yeah.
But then he followed that up by saying, if I was where I was supposed to be, I would have been up fighting with Kimmy and Max. Yeah. I said,
so okay. George's beef with this incident, one, he called it a racing incident probably because they hadn't figured out
it was his battery yet. Right?
Yes, he was like, where's my battery? I don't have straight line speed. Like, I'm supposed to have more speed than this. Like, da-da-da-da. Because he could see that he was dragging behind. Like, he was so fucking slow on the straight. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people are going, okay, it's one thing if Kimmy's faster than you across the whole track. Another thing if he's faster than you in the corners. In theory, all the straights is where we should all, in the same car, we should all have the same speed because the only thing you have to do is press your pedal down. And to those people who believe that means George is being sabotaged, I simply have to say that you are forgetting what regs we're in. There is now a mystery third element that impacts how much battery and how much speed you have down the straight, which is whatever the fuck the computer that they fucking installed decides to do with your battery. Like, yes, in theory, you should have full battery at that point because it's literally the first minute of the race. Agreed.
So question.
Yes.
That computer component, is it controlled? Okay, yeah. So is that computer component controlled by the pit wall? Or is that completely like it calibrates and does that on its own? Like it's designed to do that independently?
So yes and no.
Okay.
So think of the engine and how the drivers decide what gear they're in and how hard they're pushing on the pedal.
Correct.
But the pit wall can ramp up and ramp down your engine.
Yes.
Very similar. Like there is some component of pit wall control over your battery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the choice to deploy your battery and how you deploy it is something you have to actively do.
Okay.
I
would the pit wall be able to, I guess, drain part of your battery?
In theory, yeah. The reason why I don't really believe that George is being sabotaged in like a mechanical fashion is like, what's the point of doing that? Like, you don't need
He's already like you're messing up your constructors.
One, like they want the constructors more than anything. Toto himself said it like it's a constructors championship. Like, I want money, bitch. But also two, it's not like they have to sabotage him mechanically.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's just not up to par with Kimmy at all.
Yeah, he's been losing since Australia. I don't need to make him slower on the straights. He is slower.
It's not necessary. He's a slower driver.
As I said myself, he is slow. Not myself, me, Toto Wolff. As I said, he's slow as hell. I don't need to sabotage him in the race because he's slow. That's why he's in 6th, even trying to catch up to my child prodigy. If he was fast, he'd be next to him. So I don't really need to sabotage a slow bitch. If anything, I think the sabotage is in the dynamics of the team, if anything.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I would say, and I think that if Kimmy got on the radio and said, I'm slow on the straights, I don't think they would go, Hey Kimmy, we'll figure that out after the race. Don't worry about
running onto the
right? What can we do about the power
to
of
push
the
the car manually.
What can we do about it? Do we have to inject the car? Like, I think that they would figure it out in a way that, like, for George, it's like, and I think this is also the crime of being slow, where when you're the slow one, and then you go, why am I slower? A little bit of them is going,
because you're the slow one.
You are slow, like, like, because you're slow. If Lance Stroll gets on the radio and goes, "Why am I going so slowly?" Aston Martin's a little bit going to go,
"Do you know how to go fast?"
Slow, my boy.
Yeah, like, of course you're going slowly, right? They're not going to be jumping and be like, "Wow, why are you going slowly?" Because you go slow. Same thing with George. Going, "Why am I slower than Kimmy?" is not a thought-provoking question to the pit wall. Their answer is going to be Toto's answer, which is, "You're a slower driver." Like, that is not as dire of a question for them. So I'm personally on team. I don't think that he was outright sabotaged. I think that the team dynamic sabotages him, which is
I can agree with
being
that.
a worse driver than your teammate sucks. News to nobody.
News flash.
News flash. Oh, that was
yes, but I'm pretty sure George is fucked
now. It's looking,
but statistically, he has been fucked. Yeah. This is a gap that nobody's ever come back from. But I especially don't think anybody's ever come back from this big of a gap at summer break.
Well, okay, so are you talking about the driver standings, right?
Yes, like to win. Because they've made up this gap. Max Verstappen literally did it last year, but not to then win.
Yeah, Kimmy's at 204. George is at 154, so it's 50.
50, yeah.
Which
so, like, he could make it up.
It's very easy. That's 2 races.
Kimmy literally DNF'd twice in a row.
Yeah, that's it.
A second ago.
He wins. However, he does have Lewis in between him and Kimmy. Lewis is leading George by 5 points.
Yeah. Shout out Lewis.
I know.
The 8th is coming home. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To Mercedes.
Boo. Anyway, I also obviously have to say I loved Max's little overtake on Kimmy. I do like how Kimmy always keeps it a little bit interesting for us with, like, a little Russell tussle with whoever's in second. You know, he has his moment, and then he brings it back. And I'm like, you know what? It was hot and wonderful to see Max leading the Grand Prix. We left a little zot-zot. Thanks for giving Leclerc a little bit of a chance and letting Leclerc get a little whatever. Norris is a nothing burger this year, so I don't even feel any negative emotions seeing him lead the race. Glad he had a chance.
I mean, we all knew I felt like I knew where that was going. He wasn't going to last.
No, of course not. I was going to say...
Norris, his props. He did kind of carve out that middle, you know...
Yeah, he did a good
job. To get back up. Because he started off with what?
13. 12, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought he did a good job. Shout out Norris. Again, you are not meant to be a world champion. And when you aren't being one, that's when you're at your best. So, shout out. Love that from him. I have to say, every time that they talked about maybe somebody other than Kimmy winning the race, it reminded me of Will Buxton's post-leaving F1 TV commentary on last year's 2024 the championship, where he was like, "Oh no, I had to say that I believed Lando could overtake Max and win 2024 because I had to get clicks and views. Okay, I had to sell, so I had to say, look, I had to keep the intrigue. I knew that man wasn't winning. That man didn't have it in him to win." And this is not a drag to Lando. This is me saying that's how the commentary feels sometimes when they're like, "Leclerc might hold it off from Antonelli." It's like, you have to say that. You have to say that because you're a sports commentator trying to keep me watching this race.
Did you hear that comment that they made about Charles early on? They were like, Charles doesn't have to worry about Charles doesn't have to worry about the championship fight. Yeah. All he has to worry about is just winning races. I said, okay, that's not nice.
You're right. Like, Charles doesn't have to worry about if he what's the worst thing that happens to Charles if he crashes with Antonelli? It's another Sunday for him.
And technically, he's helping his teammate.
True. Charles single-handedly could have brought the 8th home today.
He could have.
And he didn't. So, check yourself, Charles.
Listen, we need Charles to get up there like Bottas. Be ready to crash out.
Thank you. Bottas was about it. Bottas was ready to do what he had to do for the team.
To get Lewis to that checkered flag.
Yes.
He's a silent goat.
Exactly. All right. Let's talk about this stupid fucking penalty. George and Lewis lock wheels. Because George can't fucking turn to save his fucking life. And Lewis turns him around, and because it's a track with gravel, George gets stuck in the gravel and can't come out. Mm-hmm. Lewis will get a penalty for this. Later on, Charles Leclerc will all but push Oscar Piastri's ass off the fucking track.
Thank you.
And arguably ruined Oscar's race because his car had floor damage. No penalty. I have never been able to stand the fucking FIA. I can't stand the FIA even more this race because I've always been against consequence-based penalties in F1, and it's very common for them to be like, well, you crashed him out of the race, so it's worse. And I'm like, but I didn't crash him out of the race. Your decision to put gravel here crashed him out of the race. If this was just runoff, he would have gotten back fine because I didn't damage his car by not even spinning him around, by him like turning lightly into me. But because Charles pushed Oscar off where there's grass, even though he did worse damage to his car and could have ended his race and like arguably fucked his race up, right? Just because it happened where you put grass, it's not a penalty. When I'm like, you can literally see that Charles went, yeah, no, and moved his car to the side, whereas Lewis just kept turning when he was turning. I was pissed.
That's what I made note of. I just felt like this is where the FIA and the stewards and their just blatant, I don't know if favoritism is a word. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say, but
we know it is.
Consistency for me is where I always struggle. Because I was just like, oh, stupid George and Lewis incident. I'm like, that sucks. He gets a penalty. I didn't think he deserved the penalty, but I could maybe make an argument for like, okay, I kind of understand why they may have given him. I don't understand it, but whatever. When I saw Charles, I was like, oh, Charles is going to get another penalty. This is going to suck. And when they came back, I was like, okay. This is no, because it's for me that is my biggest complaint about Formula One as a viewer of Formula One is the inconsistency. Like, and then there's no accountability on the back end to say like, okay,
you can't go against a time penalty.
Yeah, and so like there's nothing you can do on the back end, and there's no punishment for the stewards. Really, I mean, they can be removed, but
what does that do for me?
Yeah, and so like I just feel for me that there is just this is the biggest glaring problem with Formula One, the FIA, the stewards, and I really just would like them to at least make any attempt to try and figure out the situation. But with what's his face back as president now, I don't see anything.
President forever.
Is it forever?
I mean, they voted to stop turn limits. Like they just.
Yeah. I do have to say.
So what? He'd have to be voted out. Sorry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Which they won't do. I do have to say that it hurts me deeply the lack. Like I feel like it's also not focused enough because sometimes you get a penalty for like fucking another bitch up. The role that the other driver plays and how the fucking thing turns out. So because George doesn't care if he lives or dies, I get a fucking penalty? Like, George and me would not have crashed except George was having a fucking tantrum about having no fucking speed. And so he went where he wasn't supposed to go instead of just backing out because he didn't have any fucking speed. The only reason Oscar didn't get fucking swooped into the corner of spot is because Oscar went, this bitch is trying to crash me out, and backed off a little bit so it was just his wheel. If Oscar had pulled a George and been like, I'm here, bitch, he would have been in the wall. His race would also be over. So it's like, so just be clear, if I do this against a bitch with nothing to lose, I get the penalty? Like, make any sense.
What I'm hearing is Piastri has common sense, George does not.
George was throwing a tantrum, which, like, I guess if I was going 3 miles per hour on the straight and I thought and I believed I'd be a world championship back in March in Australia, and then it all came crashing down because the 19-year-old that I was specifically told was brought in here to beat my fucking ass by my daddy was actually beating my ass, I guess I'd be throwing a tantrum too. Except I wouldn't still be here in this situation. Because I don't know how you let your daddy look you in your face and tell you something like that and you don't do anything about it. Like, what are we talking about?
Why are you calling Toto Wolff this man's daddy?
Because that is his daddy. You let that man play in your face and say crazy shit in the press and you went, no, I'm still the team leader. The one thing I can say about Lewis knew when to get out. Lewis went, yep. That was a great convo, Toto. Anyway, sempre passata, what are we doing? Like, he figured it out.
Siempre passata. I cannot stand you.
I'm sorry. I love you, Italians. I'm dating an Italian, I promise.
Is he really?
Anyway, he's Irish and Slovak and Italian. He's got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on. You know how they like to...
We like the spicy white.
You know how they like to keep pictures.
Both of you.
He like a little seasoning.
Whoa. Yeah. More on that later. Anyway, we'll table that one for post-pod.
Okay.
My only other note... my only other note, because I'm a hater at heart, I did enjoy Lando's really slow pit stop later on in the race.
Oh, we forgot one important, very interesting thing that happened.
Wait.
When Ferrari had a nice little pit stop.
Yes, Ferrari did a good double stack. During the DSC.
And what happened at the end of that double stack?
Oh, didn't Charles come out in front of... No.
Yes,
No. How are y'all forgetting that Lewis ran over that man?
Oh, wait. You know what?
I forgot.
You know why? It's because I was watching this race with my friends after a long day at the National Geographic Museum the day before. And after a book club that we were doing. So I had a very long day. And I was up in the kitchen, like, grabbing my breakfast, and all I hear is Marty in the background go like, oh my god, Lewis just ran over that man, but I never actually saw it with my own 2 eyes. I need to go back and look at that.
I have no excuse. I just forgot.
I saw it. I don't know. So the thing is,
I saw it.
Like, the broadcast originally cuts away right when it happens. So you don't know. And then they show a replay, and you see the guy literally just gets taken by the wheel.
Literally his arm, you see his arm go vroom.
Yeah,
Is he okay?
It goes.
I think he was touching the. It almost looked like he was patting the tire, like to be like, okay, you're good. And it just like, it's literally like his hand hit, tire went, and I was like, oh
no. But he's fine, right? He's good.
Oh, he's fine. He got dragged a little bit, and poor Lewis. Is he okay? Is he okay? The light was green. I'm sorry. Is he okay? I'm like, the man was fine. The man was supposedly, bless him. Hope he actually was.
Because of that, he actually got fined.
I did. Okay, I did hear about the fine. Well, at least they fine these rich men for something.
I mean, and what? Ferrari should be the ones paying the fine.
No, for real. Because why'd you give him the green light? But that was something.
They even said he literally can't see them. So the only thing he can see is the light, right?
Oh, Ferrari did get handed a fine. They got fined $30,000, $10,000 of which is suspended for 12 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or like unsafe for leave. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, things like that should be fined heavily.
They should.
They should be.
For safety.
Exactly.
Anything else for this race? As we know, Kimi Antonelli wins. We have a beautiful Verstappen podium. Slay. Yeah. Anything else for this race, ladies?
Not really, no.
In that case, we can do pop culture corner, and I have something fun and exciting for you guys.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Which is another show that I'm pretty sure neither of you watch, but I would love to hear your opinions on what's going on.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Do either of you watch Below Deck Mediterranean?
Nope.
Bex, do you watch Below Deck Mediterranean?
I have watched it at some point in the past. I do not currently watch it.
Okay. Well, the reason why I'm saying you need to watch this.
Okay.
One, I think Below Deck is fantastic television and is so bingeable. So bingeable. Like, it's great. The reason why you in particular need to watch this season of Below Deck Mediterranean. One, fantastic season, one of the better seasons we've had recently. Two, we have a situation on board right now. Do you understand the general concept of Below Deck?
It's like they're the crew for the
yachting.
They're the crew on the
yachts,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I don't know if you've ever seen how yacht crew end up living, but they're like basically in like the world's tiniest dorms, like bunk beds, like a half bath that just technically has a shower in it. Like they are in the world's tiniest rooms, right? So oftentimes you are like you're always bunking with your colleague. But in the particular case of this man, who I will put on screen, if you're not watching us on YouTube, please do go watch us on YouTube. We have
oh my Lord Jesus, who
this
is that?
man, Luke Brummer. He is like late 30s, if I'm remembering correctly. Like he's like mid to late 30s.
Is he? Okay.
Yes, he's like
He
mid to late
looks like he's in his 30s.
Yes.
I was gonna say maybe. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is Luke. Luke is a deckhand, which basically means all the outdoors stuff, like getting the boat off the dock, the big water slides, like cleaning the physical outside of the boat, all that stuff, the anchor, that all gets handled by the deckhands.
Okay.
The lead deckhand is called a bosun, and that is this guy, Nathan. Known for being a little bit hot on the handle. He's a little bit feisty. He can snap a little bit. Recently knocked up one of his colleagues from the show, and they have a baby together. Like in the season, she's there with the baby. All that is happening
on the boat.
So,
on the boat with the baby?
No. She's staying in like an Airbnb nearby. Now, the interesting thing is that Luke, pictured here on the left, is in a. We'll call it a love triangle. I hesitate to call it a love triangle because of how ridiculous it is.
Okay.
So in the center here, we have Chef Joy. She's the chef for the boat. She's stunning. She's French. She's a great cook. She has a good head on her shoulders. She's great. On the right, we have Jen.
Okay.
Basically her polar opposite. Horrible head on her shoulders, very bad decision making, no bedside manner or tact when it comes to talking to other people.
What does she do?
She's a stew, so like she's basically does all the interior work. So like the cocktail making and the entertaining and decorating the tables.
Like a maid, bartender, and a waitress all in one.
All in one. Exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. Right? And so both of these women were interested in Luke because he appeared to be like the mature one on the boat. Like, you know, like he seemed like that was his shtick. Okay. So he's flirting with both of them, and their Joy in the middle is kind of like, okay, whatever. Like I like him, but like I don't love like the thought that I'm potentially in competition.
Yeah, no.
Jen, old girl in the red, was like, oh, I don't love being in competition, but that just means I have to win. Girl. Okay.
Chill out.
Chill out, babe. Right?
Chill out,
babe. Many things are happening. Jen's being very messy. Joy is kind of like, okay, like, I mean, I like him, but like, not enough for all of this. So she's kind of like playing a
valid.
Right? So Luke blatantly likes the chef more. It is abundantly clear that he actually likes the chef.
Sounds like as he should.
But the chef has self-respect. And so he goes
as
for
he
Jen,
should.
as he is wont to do.
Okay.
So first he fucks Jen. You know what? That's your right. That's your right. Now, remember how I said that they be in tiny little bunks and that they frequently
oh god,
they stay with their coworkers?
Oh god.
So Luke shares a bunk with the bosun, his supervisor. Said supervisor went to go visit his baby mama for the night, so he's not in the bunk.
Oh no.
Luke and Jen have sex in Luke's bunk, the top bunk.
Okay. Really, girl? The top bunk? Okay, sorry.
Yes. Jen gets hot, and so she's like, okay, I'm going to climb down to the supervisor, Nathan's bunk, because it's hot. I'm going to climb down there so that we're not both just sleeping hot, and sleep in Nathan's bed.
Okay, sure. Okay. Is that like a normal thing?
They do sometimes sleep in each other's beds if the other person isn't there, but it is normally something that, like, normally you'd ask.
Usually they've asked, like, if someone get kicks off, they're like, or sometimes if some people are in someone else's bed, they're together.
They'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to take your bed then in return because you're fucking in my room.
Yeah.
Right? Tit for tat. But in this situation, it's like, okay, it's like you're just sleeping in his bed. Okay. Cool. Luke, in the early morning, climbs down to join Jen in the bunk.
That's when it's over.
And jerks off on her back. And instead of letting it hit her, he nuts on Nathan's sheets.
That's grounds for murder.
Now,
That's grounds for murder.
Wait, no, Felicia.
Grounds for murder.
Now,
after what you say, after this point, he should already be beheaded. Go ahead.
Now, Felicia, hold on that thought. Because, as any sensible person would, after they fall asleep for a little bit and they wake up, they're like, oh, fuck, this is Nathan's bed. We should strip the sheets and wash them. Jen is a stew, so she also does the washing of everything. So she's bedding, like, okay, you strip the, like, I have to get up to go do stew duties. Like, I have to go do the laundry. I have to go do this. You go, you strip the bed. I have to get up and go do laundry. Just bring it to me. I'll do the laundry. You want to guess what Luke never does?
Take it to the laundry.
And you want to guess what happens when Nathan comes back to the boat?
Oh, God.
It's freaking
Luke
mine.
never tells Nathan. Nathan sleeps in the splooged sheets for 3 days.
3!
And it's only because another deckhand, Nathan's ex-best friend Joe, overhears about it, and he comes to Nathan and is like, hey, bro, Luke nutted in your fucking bed 3 days ago. This is how, listeners, you need to come onto the YouTube so you can see the shot that Felicia is in. That's how I was watching this fucking episode. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Afsa?
Yes!
Afsa?
Yes! I have to say, the episode pun titles that they've been doing.
What is it? Oh, dear God, what is it?
Lord, let me find it. Wait, let me find it. Below Deck Med. Wait, I'll show you because we'll just look at it here on the tab.
This is on television?
Yes. Let's see what we've got here. Here are the episode
titles. Slept in nut sheets.
Yes, here's the episode titles that we've had so far. Okay? So we have the first initial episodes. King's Crash Landing, that's fine. Guestzilla. Infrared Glasses is the episode before this all happens. Then we have The Deckhand Cometh.
I hate them.
And Bad Seamanship. I know.
Oh, this is wicked.
Diabolical.
First of all, I'm suing the show for this stupid name.
Because, wait, first of all, that's a fucking health concern.
Yes.
It is.
Why are you just letting this man sleep in bodily fluids? Y'all...
Especially because you guys do laundry all the fucking
every single
day.
The washing machine is running.
Just wash it. And even then, literally, the thing is, if you're like, oh my god, Nathan came back, I can literally just be like, hey, Jen was in here, she got hot, she moved onto your bed, so I'm stripping your sheets and washing them. You don't even have to bring up that you nutted on that man's bed. You don't have to bring that up. It'll get brought up at the reunion, but you don't gotta bring it up now.
Oh
Yeah. This is crazy.
I didn't even think about the reunion.
Below Deck probably won't have a reunion because Andy doesn't love doing Below Deck reunions, but maybe they will this time. I highly encourage you to
Wait, what's wrong with the reunions for them?
Nothing. I think he finds them like a little boring, which I don't agree. I think Below Deck is hit or miss.
Maybe like on a multi-part reunion, like just a one.
No, usually a Watch What Happens Live reunion.
Yeah, it's usually a Watch What Happens Live reunion.
That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane.
Yeah. It's just a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
One, he nutted in the man's bed. Two, these people let that man sleep in the man's nut.
Oh yeah. Also made way worse.
How?
Everybody found out before
him. Yep, that'll do it.
So
everybody found out before him. Yep.
Everybody
knew. That's the part
that did tell him. Did he wait to tell him, or did he tell him as soon as he found out?
No, like he found out and he went, "That's fucking crazy. I need to go tell him."
One person on that ship has sense.
Yes.
One.
Like
who is the person who told him? Who is that?
His ex-best friend.
Your ex-best friend.
Yes. Why are they no longer friends?
Because he was basically like, because the thing is, guy nuts in the bed. The girl that he was there with tells her friend on the boat. Her friend's kind of like, "Whoa, that's fucking crazy." That friend tells her boyfriend on the boat. That guy is kind of like, that guy is the first one to go like, "I actually think that's like bad and wrong. I should maybe do something about that." But he's scared. He's like, "I'm just a little guy. Like, I don't, like, because he's the baby of the, he's like, I'm just a little guy. Like, I don't really know." So he goes to the ex-best friend and he's like, "Hey, da-da-da-da just told me this happened. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to tell him, but like, I also don't want to like throw him in, like, what do I do?" And he's like, "Thanks for telling me. Wow, that's crazy." Hey, like, immediately.
Okay.
As he said, "You've got another man's deposit in your bed?"
What?
"You got another man's deposit in your bed?"
Is that man actually British?
Yes.
And did he actually say it that way?
Yes, he did. I said, "You got another man's deposit in your bed? Another man has left his dead soldiers all in your bed." Oh! I'm telling you, you need to watch. It's good. Season 11 is actually season 10 and 11 of Below Deck Mediterranean was very good.
What season? Insane. What was happening during those seasons? I forgot.
So this is season 11. Season 10 is the one where the head guy knocks up his co-worker who used to work on the boat. He has falling out.
The girl was like asleep and something happened to her.
Oh, that's Below Deck Down Under. I want to say season 2 or 3.
Okay. It's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch Below Deck religiously.
Yes.
But I stopped around the time you started. I think it was around this time Kate stopped and what's his name? Captain
Lee?
Captain Lee stopped. That was around the time I sort of fell off.
Yeah, you should watch Mediterranean. Mediterranean's good.
I hate Captain Sandy.
Okay, yes, but you kind of just have to like. Okay, here's the thing. I think that you should honestly skip. I hate to say this about Captain Sandy, but I don't really, because I don't like her either. Captain Sandy is better in seasons 10 and 11 because she doesn't have Hannah or Frasier to bully.
Okay.
What was wrong with her? She was what? So she was just like bullying her staff?
Captain Sandy, I think, if you are a man who is on deck, or a woman who's on deck, I think if you're a deckhand, if you handle the like logistics of the outside of the boat, Captain Sandy's probably a great boss. Because that is what Captain Sandy believes to be real work, because she's a boat captain.
Oh, dear God.
That's what she was doing. You know? And I think Captain Sandy's doing that thing where she is like, in order to be a respected professional in a male-dominated field, I should be a man. And it's like, or you could be a person.
That works too.
And so she is like inordinately critical of the interior team, particularly whoever's leading the interior. So I agree with Bex that like I don't like watching Captain Sandy interact with the people on the interior, quite frankly, because I think that she is like, how could you not have predicted? Da, 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 and it's like, although I say that as if Captain Sandy's almost the only American on board, but she's just inordinately strange towards like any amount of femininity, which is why I also think she didn't like Frasier. Is she was like, you're a guy, but you're being effeminate and flamboyant and bitchy. And I'm like, well, it's Frasier?
Is this supposed to convince me to watch this?
I'm saying you need to watch seasons 10 and 11. You will miss a little bit of context of the Nathan Gale situation, but you won't care about that. So don't even worry about that.
I don't care about half of it. This just
you should watch seasons 10 and 11. They're good. Season 10 is good, and season 11 is very good. And they're quick watches to me.
And what?
They're quick. In my opinion, they go quickly. Like,
okay.
Because they're changing charter guests every 2 episodes, like, you have a consistent through line, but you also have, like, a monster of the week. Very, like, Scandal season 1. Where it's like, yes, there's a continuous plot happening here, but also there are new plots every episode because we're changing these extraneous
There's
characters.
always new people cycling in.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
okay.
It's good. It's good.
It's giving, like, sitcom, like, new hijinks every week.
Exactly. I do feel a need. I know we already covered Below Deck, but I want to take a small interlude for. Are you guys watching Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I am keeping up. I'm not actively watching, though. If that makes any sense.
Okay, so yes. So are you up to date on the latest thing that just happened in the past few episodes?
Shamia,
Shamia and Portia, and the mamas.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah. So
Felicia.
Yeah, Felicia. So just in case you don't know, Shamia, Portia, besties because their mamas are besties,
okay,
or were besties.
Here
so
we
it sounds
go.
like the mamas had a fallout. Yeah, moms had a falling out. Shamia's mom bought Portia's mom's daycare. Falling out.
Okay.
Okay, cool. This last set of episodes.
The daycare purchase, was it like she sold it to her, or was it like an underhanded?
Okay.
Underhanded.
Right?
Okay.
So Portia outs that on like the internet, but like apparently like the blogs had already picked it up. Portia was just commenting, as Portia tells it. So Shamia, on her selfness, Shamia goes, well, you want to expose my mom buying the daycare. You don't want to expose the real reason our mom's friendship isn't what it is. Right? And Portia's obviously like, girl, what are you talking about? Shamia says, well, our mom's friendship isn't what it's supposed to be because your mom tried to fuck my dad. Crazy. Right? Portia then goes, one, crazy that you say that about my mom, but that's interesting because I heard your mama tried to fuck your uncle. So what are we talking about? Felicia.
Jaw drop.
The scream I scrubbed at that. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I've never been so gobsmacked in my life.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, from the top. So first, the mamas fall apart, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that old girl goes to Portia, says, yo mama tried to fuck my daddy.
Yeah.
Then Portia comes back and says, yo mama tried to fuck. Wait, who did her mama try to fuck? Wait a minute.
She said your mama tried to fuck your dad's uncles. So why are we concerned about who our mamas are fucking? If my mama wants to fuck your daddy, your mama wants to fuck your daddy's brother. So what's the problem? That's what Portia's saying.
First off, Portia's always been a little bit disrespectful.
Yes, but you want to know what Shamia's response was?
Oh, God.
Which brother?
Hold on, pause. Felicia, did you hear what she said? Okay,
what do you mean?
You heard. I was about to say, what would your response be?
I'm flipping tables, because what are you talking about? Don't you, first off, keep my family name out your mouth. Don't talk about my family like that. Two, she was already being disrespectful with somebody fucking somebody, and now, But the fact that she
I'm gonna
said
be like,
which
no, it didn't happen. But for you to your first comment to be like, what's your brother? I'm like, girl, you're lying.
Girl, please. So I'm hearing this your mama did fuck a good couple of your uncles before settling on your dad.
The fact that you have to ask which
There's
one.
nothing wrong with that.
Listen,
There's nothing wrong with that.
test drive the whole line.
Girl,
you know, you might like a sedan, you might like an SUV, maybe a midsize.
You gotta know which one's the best brother. I support you. Fuck all the brothers and pick the best. I think that's what you should do.
Oh.
But you can't come here knowing your mama fucked all your uncles and then try and call my mom out for trying to fuck your dad some ambiguous amount of time ago.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah. I know. Well, hopefully that gets you to watch Atlanta or Below Deck. If you start watching, let me know. We'll catch you next week with our next race before the break. It'll be coming up soon. Please rate, review, listen, and subscribe. And tune this in with your family member or friend who always tries to rage bait you right when you're trying to keep it together. Thank you, listeners. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.